Welcome to ISE's Equity Index Weekly Outlook, a weekly outlook on ISE and other industry indexes, hosted by Patrick Seresna, a derivative market specialist and investment manager with extensive expertise in options and the broader derivative markets. ISE trades options on more than 15 proprietary sector indexes, as well as broad-based indexes and a variety of licensed benchmarks. ISE continually enhances its trading systems and develops new index options products to provide investors with the best marketplace and investment tools to trade smarter.
Hello and welcome to the ISE Equity Index Outlook for April 25th, 2011. This is Patrick Seresna. As always, we start off with a chart of the S&P 500 using that Spider Exchange Traded Fund symbol SPY. We were emphasizing how important this overhead resistance level was, even going as high as the 139 level on the upside. And we were emphasizing last week that we were at a critical moment, because if the bulls could not dig in and hold support lines around the 130, 131 area, then the window would open up for a decline not only down to 126, 127, but then it could start to solidify a potential double top along the upside and maybe mark off even the highs of the second quarter. But really at this stage, with the bulls coming in, digging in the support lines and reversing it on the upside, we were marking off that we anticipated a rally right up into the blue zone on the upside. This stage we're now testing critical overhead resistance levels, but if we get any really good push over the next day or two on the upside, we can thrust right up into that 136 to 138 area very easily. Really at that stage, we anticipate again some further upside overhead resistance levels. There is even one measured move that suggests even as high as 140 on the upside, but in the bigger picture, we don't believe that the stock market will be able to sustain any bullishness. So really any rally on the upside here must be only bought for short-term traders that have the intention of actually taking the profits at some point at the higher level. In the bigger picture, any investor that is in a position of wanting to hold investments over a year or two in terms of duration, there probably will be another really good buying opportunity a little bit later in the year. Next here, I want to take a look at the ISE US Regional Banks Index, which is a symbol JLO. We had a market that consolidated and continued to consolidate around this 2450 area on the downside. We even had a tease the other day on a breakdown. Financials continuously are demonstrating weakness relative to the broader markets, and even in spite of the S&P pushing almost to its previous highs, these regional banks and financials in general have all been struggling along these lines. At this juncture, these support lines could very well still hold while the whole market is behaving, but at some point when the whole market begins a bigger picture corrective pattern, it could spell another wave lower for the regional banks as they break through these support lines. Next year, I want to take a look at the ISE Syndex, which is a symbol SIN. This is an index of all the casino, tobacco, and distillery companies. What we have is now a market that is attempting to break to a new high, closing very strongly last week. At this stage, after having such a very deep corrective pattern down and such a sharp reversal back up, with a break to new highs, it opens a window for a move that could go all the way up into the 140, 145 area. For us to target this zone, we're going to want to see them come in early this week and actually hold this breakout. If we have any dramatic reversals down that see us trading back below the 134, 136, then we're going to consider this to just be a retest of the previous high. But anything that's holding above this zone, the window is open for even anywhere from 4 to even 9 points higher. Next year, I want to take a look at the ISE Home Builders Index, which is the symbol RUF. And the home builders had a very interesting pop in the middle of last week, and a very steep reversal that came in on Friday. Really at this stage, we drew this trend line indicating that a break above there would be the first sign that there could be a potential reversal. Now that we've had that big red candle come in on Friday, really the most important thing here is that the home builders do not make a lower low. So long as the home builders kind of roll back down, hold support lines along here, and then roll back up, any break of all these highs around that 990 area marked off by that green zone, any break above that area would open the window for home builders to try to retest some of the previous highs. But just like the financials and the regional banks, this is a sector that has been sort of in the doghouse, and we don't look for any leadership to be coming from here. Next year, I want to take a look at the ISE Natural Gas Index, which is symbol FUM. And the natural gas index had a very steep reversal a couple weeks ago, and subsequently has found some pretty good support along this 134 to 136 area. At this stage, so long as the US dollar weakness persists and commodities remain relatively bullish, this natural gas index could come back for a retest of its previous highs, and even there is a measured move that targets even as high as the 150, 155 area. Overall, even though those are some upside targets that we've painted out, we don't have much confidence in the sustainability of this rally beyond retesting these highs, or maybe little pushes slightly to higher highs. But overall, any strength that's coming in a natural gas index, it may be prudent to consider some profit taking. Finally, I want to take a look at the ISE Mini FTSE 100 Index, which is a symbol UKX. We more or less seen this across a whole array of global indices, but we now are seeing the retesting of their year highs. This stage, the FTSE is going to really make this push higher based on whether a lot of the Western world indices make their pushes to higher highs, and particularly whether the S&P does. If we see a bullishness right across the boards in all the global markets, then the FTSE should make this break above the 610 area. So we'll watch how the S&P 500 and the rest of those indices act. That was your ISE Equity Index Outlook. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for participating in this week's session. Please join us again next week. For more information about Patrick Ceresna and to sign up for free index options trade alerts, visit www.optionsource.net. To learn more about ISE index options, visit us at www.ise.com/indexoptions.